Pagcor, please, as mentioned during the previous hearing, you claim that there are 402 illegal operations sa Pogo. Tama? 402.
Based on PAOK's records,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah,
yes.
PAOK, 402. And there are only 45 legal.
Yes, sir.
So nagtago ka muna. Ayaw mo pumunta dito kasi baka dito maserve ang contempt order sa'yo. Ano yung ano mo, ang services that you render to Lucky 999? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to proceed with, is Dennis Cunanan present? Nag-CR? Napaka-alas ko naman.
First
Anyway.
time that we'll be asking Dennis Cunanan,
This is the first
Jumingel
time.
pa. Oh, sige,
Anyway,
go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, before I proceed,
2 items ka naman. What's the other one?
hindi, gusto ko lang balikan yung Pagcor. Ano na to, slide
Ayan na
sa
si
Pagcor?
Dennis. Oh, yan na si Mr. Dennis Cunanan. You can ask him.
Okay. Hindi, Pagcor muna, Mr. Chairman, kasi ano lang, ito, mabilis lang. Compliance lang to. Compliance lang. Pagcor, please, as mentioned during the previous hearing, you claim that there are 402 illegal operations sa Pogo. Tama? 402.
Based on PAOK's records,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
yes.
PAOK, 402. And there are only 45 legal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, as mentioned by Chairman Domingo, and you confirm that indeed, ano na to yung question ng operator at saka yung service provider, di ba? So, kindly submit to this committee, to the chair, which of these 402 are service provider and which are of these 402 operator.
Will do, sir.
Okay, the same as the 45 that you claim legal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, Mr. Chairman, let me proceed with Dennis Cunanan. Sir, good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for
Good afternoon,
coming. Why was you absent during the last hearing?
sir. Last hearing, sir, we made manifestation that we have a pen. Last Monday, we attended.
Lapit-lapitan mo na po.
Last Monday, sir, we attended the Senate. That's why we're okay now. We were released already based on that.
Last
contempt.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Last Monday.
Yes, yes, sir.
This week.
Yes, Your Honor.
But the hearing was conducted last week,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But prior to that, Your Honors, 2 weeks prior to that, there was a contempt was arrest warrant. Senate.
You.
Yes, Your Honor.
So nagtago ka muna. Ayaw mo pumunta dito kasi baka dito maserve ang contempt order sa'yo. Anyway, okay, Mr. Chairman, let me proceed. Now, Mr. Cunanan, ano po yung ano mo? Ano po yung you mentioned that you have a consultancy firm.
Yes, Your Honors. If Your Honors, if you will allow, can I just read briefly my
It's up to the chairman.
If not, sir, I can
Statement?
continue.
How long will be the statement?
Just a page.
1 page? It's all about what, Dennis?
But it's okay, Your Honors. I can just
Because there are a lot of interpellators pa and
we'll just submit it, Your Honors.
yeah, please submit to us na lang and as it goes, we'll be asking questions naman lang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige, go ahead, Congressman Paduano.
Okay, first, Mr. Cunanan, you mentioned that you have a consultancy firm. And what's the name of that consultancy firm?
We have a consultancy firm, sir, Advantage Management Consulting Philippines.
Is it registered to
SEC, Your Honor.
SEC?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano yan? When was that firm registered?
We started organizing, Your Honors, in 2017. And then in 2018, we were already organizing fora and discussions particular to startups, strategic organizing. And then by 2019, sir, we officially registered.
So 2019.
Yes, sir.
And who are those board and officers of that consultancy firm?
We have one international board member, and we have businessmen
And that
and
international,
friends in
what's
JCI.
the citizenship of that international
US, Your Honor.
US? Okay. Now, have you submitted that your incorporation sa yung documents from SEC in the committee?
We can submit, Your Honor.
Please submit.
Yes.
You have now?
I don't have it with me right now, Your Honor.
Please submit na lang po. Then, nandito naman pong SEC. Paki-produce na lang po. No, for official record of this committee, while Dennis Cunanan have committed to submit the documents, but still the official documents should come from the SEC.
We'll just need the name.
O, the name daw.
We'll give it, Your Honor.
O, before the next hearing, dapat makita namin po. Okay. So, 2019. Tama?
Yes,
That
Your
is
Honor.
So, regular yung ano nyo? Regular yung renewal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Opo.
Okay. So, anong position mo doon sa firm?
I'm the President and CEO, Your Honor.
You're the president and CEO.
Yes.
So, ano yung ano mo? Anong services that you render to Lucky 999?
Your Honors, what happened, let me just contextualize it. What happened with Lucky South actually is we were in Central Luzon at that time because we
When was that?
sometime 2019 October, Your Honor.
So, that was the time that your firm was already...
We already established, Your Honor. We were
But that was also 2019. When was that?
we were organized first part of 2019, early part of 2019, and then latter part of 2019, sometime October. We were in Central Luzon because we were working on.
Sandali po. So, October.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, so October, nyo na-register? October
No,
mo
no,
rin?
no, no, Your Honor. We were registered July.
July?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Few months after? Sige po.
We were in Central Luzon because we were working on a project for cityhood campaign of one municipality in Central Luzon. So, in the course of our looking for an office, is strategically okay to locate in Angeles City because I'm from Pampanga. We got across this group, talked to us, were introduced to us, was asking if with our levels of consultancy, if we can assist them with application for license, which
Si-
we did not accept at first, Your Honor.
Kasi
because we did not
na-introduce sa inyo?
We were in the location where they are right now because there were offices there.
And then, tanong ko, who introduced you to Lucky South 999 during the time?
There's this certain Han Gao, Your Honors.
You also a Chinese citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Han Gao?
Yeah.
Ano?
Charlotte, she was Charlotte. She was the one.
Babae?
Babae po. She was
Oh.
the one. Was the one with. Was the one with Lucky South at that time.
Charlotte was
Charlotte
with?
Sia. Opo. Lucky South.
She's part of Lucky South?
Yes.
Pero sigurado ka Chinese national?
Yes, Your Honor. Kasi po yun ang pakilala niya. Tapos
Hindi,
umalis.
She can speak English
Yes, Your Honor.
fluent? Okay.
Yes.
Now, you were offered but you refused. Why?
Because we really do not understand what the whole offshore gaming concept is.
So
We told them-
the time, talagang malinaw na pogo ang approach niyo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
So hindi malinaw. So that's why you refuse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then?
we told them, if you want, we can check for you, and then if we are okay, then let's come back. We'll come back to you, and then we'll discuss. So a few months after, Your Honors, we went back to them sometime November. We brought them just a
November of
2019.
Okay.
So we gave them a checklist from the website of Agcor. And we told them, I think it's easy if you can comply with the requirements. So once you get comply with the requirements, there are financial requirements, etc. If you can comply, I think we can help you out. That's when it started, Your Honor. And then the next time we met.
Sandali po. So, November, kamo. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that was the time that pala hindi pa operational yung
Wala
Lucky
pa,
South
sir. Wala
99.
pa.
Okay.
Wala pa.
Now, sinong kausap mo doon? November.
Yun sir, si Miss Charlotte Sia, and apparently I found out her
Charlotte
Sia.
Zia? Iba pa yung Hangaw.
SHIA. And then apparently sir, I found out her real name is Han Gao.
Okay.
Han Gao.
Charlotte Zia Hangaw. Okay.
English
Tapos,
name niya pala yun sir.
sino pa?
Siya yung kausap lang namin sir.
Sino?
Siya lang po yung kausap namin.
Yan lang.
Apa. Siya lang yung humaharap sa amin. For Lucky.
For Lucky South? Oh, ano
So,
yung ano niya?
Ang sinasabi ho niya nun,
Anong
yung kanya-
personality niya? When you talk to you?
ang sinasabi ho niya, yung kanyang mga principals are out of the country.
Hindi, kaya nga, principal niya out of the country, but what is her position in Lucky South daw?
Nung pumirma po siya, president nakapirma eh.
Oh, the president.
Eventually yun, nung pumirma, president.
President.
Opo.
Oh, before you proceed, Sir Dennis, Chairman, have you invited a certain Charlotte siya? Hanggaw?
Sino?
Charlotte siya? Hanggaw.
Hanggaw?
Yeah, Hanggaw.
They're gone.
Wala.
Yeah.
No,
Wala.
but we have to invite the next hearing, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know specific address of Hanggaw?
Ako ngayon.
He was just there, Your Honors, in Porac. That's where she stays at that time. But as far as I know, sir, in 2020, she left already.
Huh?
She left already in 2020.
Left.
Yes, Your Honors.
Why?
I really don't know the reason, Your Honors, but she resigned from the company in 2020, and then a certain Sarah Xu, which is Hui Chi, took over as interpreter. That's why during that time, I was designated as the temporary authorized representative because it used to be Hanggaw.
Okay, so that was 2020.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, exactly when was that? Month lang.
No, sir. That's July of 2020.
July 2020. So, ikaw na ngayon yung official representative of Lucky South 99.
Temporary, Your Honor.
Hindi nga.
Yes, yes.
Now, when the raid was conducted,
Wala na, sir.
anong wala?
Hindi na po ako kasama doon.
O when,
Wala.
kaya ka na umalis doon?
Okay, Your Honors. In June 19, 2023, Pagcor called for an exclusive meeting among all licensees of offshore, and they mentioned there that even the authorized representatives will be as liable as the key officers of offshore gaming operators. And I told Lucky South, it's not tenable anymore for us to be there.
Okay. Okay, so June of 2023.
Yes, Your Honor.
You stayed there for almost 3 years. Tama?
No, sir. Actually, what happened is after we helped them with their license, what happened is we are on call. Ibig sabihin, kuwari, isang month, meron silang mga documents na dumating sa kanila. They will request us to come and review the documents, and if it's proper that they're answering it, yun lang yung ginagawa namin. Once a month or maybe other 2 months, they will call for us, and then they will pay us based on a consultancy on a per hour basis. Wala ko kaming engagement. Pero officially, sir, technically,
So, sino kausap mo doon? Kung every day, 1 month or 2 months nandun ka?
yung pong Sarah Xu, yung kanilang
Siya lang?
interpreter. Yeah,
Anong
yung-
position niya doon?
She's in the accounting, and she's representing she's representing the company. Usually
Chinese.
naman gagawin lang muna lang.
Chinese.
Chinese
Again? Chinese siya?
English speaking, Your Honor. Siya yung
So,
nakapag-English.
Chairman, tingnan mo. Nung una Hanggaw, then itong... You never met anybody from San Lagi except for Saraswi? Pwede mo ba akong mapaniwala? Ikaw binigyan ng...
Your Honors, this is what happened every time we go there. Every time we go to the place, they will give us already the documents for review. And this Sarah is the only one English speaking. Binanggit ko nga rin doon sa Senate hearing noong Monday. There may be other people around, but I really do not know who they are because they don't speak English, sir. And we do not even relate. We do not even talk to each other. Because they cannot speak English. Every time they want to ask something, it is through these interpreters that they relate to us.
If I may, Congressman,
Chairman.
Sige, go ahead.
Paok. Sir, Paok. Oh. Itong si Dennis, ang kausap niya na daw, nung una si Hanggaw, then si Saraswi. I think...
Meron pang isa, sir. Meron pa pang isa.
Andali, wag mong isa-isahin. Kasi I will doubt. And I might... kasi halata eh. O sino pang isa?
Yung Xiang Ji, Your Honors, yun po yung presidente naman. Yung chairman nila.
O
Xiang
so...
Ji.
wag mong... Buuin mo na, sino pa?
Hindi yun nga, sir. Yung captain nga ako nung
Kasi
Sarah...
kanina tinanong kita, it's only Saraswi. Tapos, kasi yun ang marunong mag-English. Yung una, Hanggaw. Then
Noong
yung
2022 po, dumating na sa Philippines yung Xiang Ji. So, nakausap na rin namin yung Xiang Ji. Kasi siya na rin ang pumipirma ng mga documents sila.
kita mo. Chairman. Wala bang Pilipino na nakilala mo doon o nakausap mo? that is involved in Danlaki and all those operations in Purak?
Hindi ho sila nag-hire ng Filipino for operation purposes. Nag-hire ho sila ng
Hindi
Filipino for...
nga connected sa kanila.
Isa lang ho yung nakakausap ko nga
Sino?
na Pilipino na kasama
Sino?
doon, yung Norman Macapagal. Yun
Oh,
ako.
kanina pa. Kanina wala. Oh, ngayon Norman makapakala naman. Ubusin mo na nga eh.
Yun lang sila.
Hindi, mayroon
Your Honor.
pa. Wag kang tatawa-tawa.
No, sir. No, Your Honors. What I'm saying, Your Honors, honestly, when we
Ano
go
honestly? You're not telling the truth. You're lying. Mayroon pa. Mr. Chairman. Ito, pagbigyan kita. Pagbigyan kita. Ano, you want an executive session? Kasi parang hindi ka buuin mo na kasi. Kung medyo alanganin ka, you ask for it. You ask for an executive session. And if the chair and the members of this committee will grant, we'll give you the time. Now, Chairman, I will hold my fire to Dennis, ha? Mag-isip-isip ka.
May I interject?
Proceed ka,
May I-
Chairman.
Or ano? Sandali. Dennis, Kunanan,
Yes, Your Honor.
you own the company, consultancy, Advantage Management, Philippine Incorporated. Is this correct?
Yes, Your Honor. But can I just clarify? They
No.
did not-
I'm just asking if you
Yes,
own.
Yes.
You own this?
Yes.
Correct. Oh, yes. From 2017 to present. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And a while ago, while I was listening to your answering the query of Chairman Paduano, you just said that you check all the documents na sinasubmit sa iyo ng iyong mga client, like si Cassandra Leong. Is this accurate?
She appeared as a corporate
Hindi,
secretary, sir.
sagutin mo na muna kung chine-check mo yung mga documents that being submitted to you by Cassandra, yung kanilang company. Di ba? O yung Lucky South.
Yes, Your Honor.
Di ba ikaw sa
Yes,
Lucky
yes,
South?
yes.
So lahat ng dokumento, nire-review mo. Nire-review ninyo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and all these documents are being reviewed by your consultancy, for that matter. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
In these documents that have been submitted to PAGCOR, and I will show you the documents. You sign it, no? There are some annual personal disclosure statements that have been submitted
Yes, sir.
by you. And you signed it, and it was notarized. And I want to show it that in here, may mga katanungan. Can you kindly show the documents para mapakita natin? Kasi, nagre-review kayo ng mga dokumento di ba? And this one, parang, I think, merong mga mali sa mga sinabi mo. Kasi alam mo yan, yung annual personal disclosure statement will be the basis of PAGCOR, di ba? For the approval of their, yung kanilang mga, for registration or for the license, di ba? And you are also a part of the consultant of the said company. Dito, binabanggit dito, have you ever been convicted of an offense? Wait. Have you been ever convicted of an offense? Yes or no?
In the Sandigan Bayan, Your Honor.
Ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you were. Di ba? And you answered no. Sa annual personal disclosure statement mo that was submitted to PAGCOR. Sabi mo no. Have you been charged with the offense and awaiting hearing or otherwise subject to a pending prosecution? Yes or no? Were
Yes,
you
Your
charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. But your answer was no. Now, you were asked, to your knowledge, are you under investigation by the police, by any other government agency, any professional body? Were you? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. But your answer is no. You lied. Diba? Under oath. By a notary public. Signed by you and by Attorney Pablo B. Ahesta. Now, kaya nagdududa kami sa mga tanong ni Congressman Paduano Because dito pa lamang, nagsinungaling ka na. What more? Dito sa kongresong ito. Di ba?
If I
At
may
any rate, Sumingit lang ako kay Congressman Paduano. What I'm trying to point out, even the PAGCOR have the responsibility. Because during the time, anong time to? Kaninong chairman to? When you applied,
As administration.
past administration, ma'am, this is your responsibility. Maybe not you, but
Sir.
your people's responsibility.
To clarify lang po, sir, yung mga sinasabi nila na nire-represent ni Mr. Dennis Cunanan, yung Hongsheng at saka yung Lucky 99, hindi po yan nakapag-operate dahil hindi po nila nabuo yung proseso ng pag-a-apply.
It doesn't make sense, ma'am. It doesn't matter. Because what we are trying to point out here is the truthfulness of the annual personal disclosure statement that was submitted by Dennis Cunanan to PAGCOR. We're not trying to discuss the operation of the company. What we're trying to prove in here that he lied in his PDS and thereby putting some questions to the integrity of your answers in this committee. You may proceed,
Chairman,
Congressman
thank
Paduano.
you. Chairman, yun din sa, ito pa, itatanong ko, kasi pumasok na si Ma'am Andrea. Sabi mo kasi hindi nag-operate. O, tanongin ko yung PAOK. O, PAOK, based on your holdings and the raid. Anong nangyari doon? May operations ba? Wala.
Ano po,
I'm not, my question is not referred to you. I referred it to the PAOK team just to confirm indeed na tama yung ano mo. Tama yung, yung claims mo that there is no such operations. Tapos balik ko yan kay Kwan, kay Dennis.
Yes, Your Honor. During our raid, sir, there were definitely operations. Hindi ko lang po alam, sir, nung period na sinasabi.
Hindi, pero ganun na rin eh. Kasi yung ano nila, yung processing ni Dennis. Dennis, when was that? Yung approval from PAGCOR?
Noong 2020, sir, meron na silang special service provider license.
Oh,
And then they applied for a mother license in
July
2020.
20.
September, sir, nung nag-apply sila for service provider,
Oh,
tapos pabas, sir, yun ng January.
pero tanong, di binigyan. Tama, ng permit. Di ba? Kompleto.
Yung service provider, Your Honors.
O nga. Kompleto, di ba?
Yes.
Oh, ma'am, kompleto. And now you're telling this committee that there is no such operations happens?
iba po yung service provider dun sa Pogo, sir.
What's the use of having a service provider kung hindi naman gamitin sa Pogo?
Baka po yung service provider na yon, meron po siyang ibang sinaservice na Pogo.
Ay, susunod ako.
Hindi ko po kasi, I don't have the, pero po itong maliwanag, kasi po, kailangan siguro explain ko yung process.
And then, explain mo na kanina, alam na namin yon na may
Hindi po
limang,
yung pag-issue
blah, blah,
ng
blah.
license.
Ang sinasabi ko lang, ma'am, ganito. Now, here comes Dennis. Kinonfirm niya that was approved 2020. Oh, ano pang, tapos pag-approve, ano? Tapos,
Pag-approve po,
yung
nag-upgrade
raid,
yata
yung
sila ng
actual
Pogo.
raid was just the first day of operation? Are you telling me that that was the first operation ng raid? But all the documents was approved 2020? Wala naman. Dennis, tanungin kita. Tanungin kita. Binigyan na kayo ng permiso, lahat-lahat, kompleto. Kailan nag-operate?
They have to cease operations during as a CSP, sir, nung nakakuha sila from Kirchner, yung kanyang main license, nung nakakuha sila nun, nag-start sila. Tapos nag-stop po sila during the pandemic. To stop.
Kita mo? They started and they stopped because of the pandemic. When was that pandemic? That was 2020, di ba?
Yes, sir.
2021. Nag-stop sila. Di ba? Tama? Tapos 2022,
No, Your Honor. What happened is, in 2020, they applied for mother license. So, nung nag-apply po sila ng
pero
mother...
prior to that,
Sir, hindi na sila, sir. Hindi na.
Hindi nga, prior to that, ang tinatanong ko. Before the mother.
SP, sir.
Oh.
Service provider. Yes, sir.
O, di ba?
Awa.
O. Anyway, Dennis. O yan, pinakita ni chairman sa iyo. O pagkor. O kayo na ngayon sa administration. O. Anong possibility ni Mr. Dennis Cunanan? Kasi, she represents eh.
Sir, if, kasi po right now, wala na pong lisensya yung Hongsheng Gaming Technology and Lucky South Technology. But should it have been found during the time na meron po silang lisensya, it's a ground for the cancellation of the license.
Of course, but now post to the person. Legally, nadaya kayo eh.
Yes, sir.
Di ba? That's under oath. Oh, lawyer ka. Di alam mo kung anong
Last
di ba,
question.
liability niya. Hindi, di pa. Di pa, last. Oh, sige, last ko na.
Then, wag muna. Ako muna. Interject ako. So, before
Just a parliamentary inquiry, Mr.
I
Chairman.
know that you will be asking
No,
for
I
your...
was just going to ask whether Congressman Paduano and the chair would like to take my time so that I can give it to you freely.
Man, not me. Chairman Barbers, not me. It's the chairman.
Okay, before you proceed, Congressman
sige, sige.
Paduano, Chairman, Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Chairman Momo. Malis na po. Yan, nainip na kasi nga ang tagal magsalita ni Chairman Paduano.
Oh.
And also Congressman Representative Gas Estambunting, our chairman ng legislative franchise.
Ako pa may problema.
Thank you, Mr.
May I-
Chair, for
Yes.
the acknowledgement.
May I...
Ganito lang, balikan ko lang si Dennis. Dennis, again, may ano pa eh, may marami pa akong holdings eh. No. Ang sabi, inisa-isa mo kasi, from Charlotte, diba, to Susan, at to Sarah, then, eto na ngayon, may Norma na. Nung tinanong kitang Pilipino, marami. Ba't hindi mo divulge lahat? Pati yung connection ng mga former government officials. Pati yung mga abogado. So ngayon sabihin mo na, yung tungkol kay Medina. Di ba?
Yes.
O,
yes,
kita
sir.
mo?
Yun yung lawyer.
Mr. Chairman, again, this person is lying.
Yes, I think, and I believe...
Remember, kaya nga tinanong kita gusto mo, if you cannot tell in public all your knowledge about the operations, are you willing for an executive session? This will be my last question to you. Are you willing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, he's willing.
Before we have an executive
Okay,
session...
thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Dennis, I believe that you know this girl, no? Kilala mo naman to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kilala mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Client.
She's the corporate secretary or
Siya yung corporate secretary ng
Lucky South, Your Honor.
Lucky South. Okay. We have an information that binigay niya sa kayo yung $500,000 para sa payment sa PAGCOR. And you deny it, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wala ka natanggap na $500,000.
Everything that were either
Again,
entrusted
Dennis,
to us,
again.
wala, sir.
Again, Dennis. Dennis, you are under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tandaan mo, ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
If I will be proving to you that you have received $500,000 in the next hearing, we will be citing you in contempt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you so much, ha? Alright, thank you. So, sige, you have... Sige, go ahead, Congressman Akop.
Last one, Chairman. Anyway, I will not ask any more questions. At ayaw ko rin ubusin yung oras ni Chairman Barbers. I'm still questioning to some other resource speakers. But, Sir Dennis, okay, you have committed to for an executive session, so you should tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Kasi, kung wala rin may makukuha, pagbalik dito, contempted ka na. I will cite you in contempt. Tama?
So, maybe we will be... Yes, Congressman Akop.
But,
Yes, I think it is incumbent upon the resource speaker to tell us the amount of the information that he's going to reveal to us if it entails our national security. Otherwise, kung wala naman siyang in relation to the security of this country, then I think the members should not allow it. Di ba? And let him lie, and lie.
Yes. We will cite him in contempt
Yes.
to be jailed at the Quezon City Jail, Mr. Chairman.
Kasi dito pa lamang po sa
Direct,
dokumento that, wait, dito pa lamang sa dokumento that you have executed and submitted to PAGCOR, which is a government agency, you lied. It was clearly stated on the PDS that you lied. At any rate, naubos na natin oras ni Congressman Barber, so we will be proceeding to the next interpolator who happens to be Congressman Barbers, and then after that, I will be the last to interpolate.
Chairman?
Yes.
I know your ruling.
Wala pa, hindi
So far
pa.
as my issue is concerned.
Oh yes. What's the concern? If what's the basis for the executive session? So
Chairman,
let me wait, Congressman Paduano. The chairman is still speaking. So I will be allowing Dennis Cunanan to explain the amount or the matter that he will be going to discuss with the members of these two committees. You are in the liberty of saying something. Go ahead.
Your Honors, even earlier on, what I was supposed to mention is, we have a very limited engagement with these companies, and then our name has been dragged in this investigation when we were
Mr. Chair. Point of order.
What's the point of order of Congressman Acop?
The resource person is not answering the question propounded by the chair. Bakit siya humihingi ng executive session? Ano ang dahilan? Because under our rules, there are only reasons stated therein bakit natin i-grant yung executive. Yun po ang rules natin eh.
Okay.
Now, does it satisfy our rule? Pwede nating grantan siya ng executive session? Would it affect national security in the first place?
Yes. The premise of Congressman Acop, initially it was offered to you to have an executive session, and you replied by answering that you wanted to have an executive session. For that matter, what is your reason for us to hear the narrative that you wanted to tell us on the executive session? What was it? Does it entails national security?
Your Honors, it was mentioned, and I said I'm okay with it.
With your own, yeah, that's the reason why the good congressman from Antipolo was asking. So kung sumagot ka ng opo, gusto ko rin pong mag-executive session, there must be a reason why you wanted to be a part of that executive session. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor. And
So ano nga?
if there are any other things that as being asked along the way, Your Honors, I can articulate some information, but these are nothing that I'm not disclosing, Your Honor. We're disclosing whatever information we have and whatever information we know.
Yes, Congressman Paduano.
anyway, Mr. Chairman, I was the one who asked Mr. Dennis Cunanan about an executive session. But of course, Mr. Theoretically, no, the question of Pogo now and this investigation entails national security. Kasi alam naman natin lahat eh. Hindi na tayo, di ba, alam na natin na may problema to. This entails national security. But, of course, giving the privilege for Mr. Cunanan to have an executive session, titingnan na, evaluate natin kung indeed. Di ba, pag upo natin doon na wala man sila masabi, o better balik tayo dito. Tanungin natin siya, pag balik siya, di, set natin in contempt. Ganun lang po. Kasi, as far as I understand, the investigation with regards to Pogo all over the country entails, it's a question of national security now. And as a chairman of the Public Order and Safety, alam ko na alam to ni chairman that Pogo investigation and Pogo problem in this country It's a question of national security as of now. Thank you, Mr.
Anyway,
Chairman.
siguro,
Mr. Chair, may I know if he has a lawyer? May I know if you have a lawyer?
you have a lawyer,
Chair.
Mr. Dennis Cunanan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you have a lawyer with you. So siguro mamaya after the presentation of my interconnection matrix, no, I'll be presenting something with regards to the three committees: the committee on dangerous drugs, and committee on public accounts, and the committee on public order. So before I present my matrix, I'll be asking Congressman Barbers to interpolate. So you now have the floor.
Maraming salamat.
Before you proceed, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of our former colleague, the president of the League of the Municipalities of the Philippines, Congressman, Mayor, Governor Vernos. Siguro mamaya we'll ask him to say something. But for the meantime, we'll be asking Congressman Barbers to start his interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'm glad that you already recognize me because after my 9th trip to the comfort room, I've almost emptied my gallbladder without, and most of the questions were already raised by our colleagues. But ako lang, dadagdagan ko lang ng, gusto ko lang matanong si Mr. Dennis Cunanan. Mr. Dennis Cunanan,
Yes, sir.
meron kayong engagement with Lucky South 99.
Yes, Your Honor. On a contractual basis. Based on output.
Can you expound on a contract?
On an output basis, Your Honor.
Okay, so your company is a consultancy firm.
But they engage me, Your Honors, personally, not the company.
So not the company.
Yes, Your Honor.
So meaning, meron kang what consultations do they ask from you? Anong binibigay mo na
What
na
happened,
advice?
Your Honors? What happened, Your Honors, is if they have documents that they need to comply, na kailangan lang basahin, at hindi lang maintindihan, tinatanong po nila sa amin. So,
sa amin o sa iyo?
sa akin, sir. Tinatanong sa akin. Tapos, kung maintindihan na nila, then ginagawa nila, sir. Kung meron na po sila nakagawa, tama ba to? Ito ba yung tama naming isasubmit? I just want to clarify on the PDS, Your Honors. It was an oversight on my part, yung PDS, because I was not the original authorized representative. It was Han Gao. But apparently, when she left and they needed to complete already the document and submit it to, meron man din silang sir tao eh. Hindi naman po ako lang yung nakalagay doon. Meron din silang tao. So yung tao nila, kailangan tumakbo ng Manila para dalhin yon. Pinapirma ho nila sa akin yung document and then they submitted it. Kaya it was really an oversight on my part yung aspect na yon. And later
Dennis, Mr. Cunanan, sorry no. Yeah, I've seen the ideas that you've
Yes,
submitted
yes,
no. So hindi naman doon yung direksyon ng tanong ko eh.
Yes, sir.
Ang tanong ko kasi consultant kanila.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So consultant ba sa tax? Consultant ba sa, let's say, link with the LGUs, the national government? Anong klaseng consultancy?
Ginawa nila sir akong communications consultant nila para sa kanilang pag-apply doon sa license. Yun lang yun, sir.
So they don't have a lawyer.
Meron sila sir lawyer. Yung binanggit nga ako kanina, yung attorney Medina.
So hindi yung lawyer ang gumagawa nun para sa kanila or the law firm.
Yun ang most likely sir, yung mga ibang compliance, yun ang gumagawa. Pero hindi yun ang nagdadala sa Manila.
Sige. What exactly is your what exactly is the service you provide for Lucky South? Yung specific.
Liaison, basically sir.
So liaison.
Liaison.
And their lawyers cannot do that for them.
Hindi sir, kasi iba daw yung task nila eh. We actually were telling them, might as well, pagawa nyo na sa mga abogado nyo yan o sa mga tao nyo yan.
Okay. So kanina I heard that you denied that you received $500,000. And the reason why Miss Cassandra Leong went to PAGCOR is because apparently he was being charged for non-payment of what kind of fees?
Regulatory fees.
Oh, the regulatory fees. Yun ang sinabi niya eh. Kaya siya nagpunta doon. Otherwise, hindi siya pupunta doon. And she was escorted and probably accompanied by Attorney Harry Roque. So, sinabi mo kanina, wala ka natanggap. Yung bang pagbabayad ng Lucky South 99 ng regulatory fees to PAGCOR, hindi ba kasama yun sa services that you provide?
If there are instances, Your Honors, that they cannot do it, they ask us to help them. Pero
So,
hindi kami...
Ask us or ask
ask
you?
me. They ask me to help them.
So how many times have you done that for them?
A few number of times, Your Honor.
Just be specific. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many?
Maybe around 5 or
5
10.
times.
O 5
So
or 10.
regulatory
5 to
fees
10,
ito
yes,
ng
yes,
PAGCOR.
yes.
Hindi po ba, correct me if I'm wrong, nagbabayad ka ng regulatory fees sa PAGCOR, meaning nag-ooperate ka. Is that correct? Is that a correct assumption, attorney?
Not necessarily, sir. As long as you have a license and there's no approval for you to stop paying the regulatory fees, monthly pa din po charge po itong
So kahit walang operation.
Yes, sir.
So parang hindi kaya, kahit wala akong kinikita, magbabayad ako regulatory fees.
Pwede po naman kayong sumulat sa board of directors kung talaga pong may valid reason kayo for the stoppage or non-operations. Pero kung wala po kayong board approval na tumigil sa pagbabayad ng regulatory fees, buwan-buwan pa din po yun na tumutuloy.
Thank you for that information. So, Mr. Cunanan, sinabi mo mga 5 times, ano?
Around that much. 10.
Can you please
varies,
provide an information to this committee more or less dun sa 5 times na yun, magkanong naibayad mo in behalf of the Lucky South 99?
Hindi ho ako mismo, Your Honor. Sina-assist ko lang yung mga tao nila. Kasi nagbabayad sila diretso sa land bank.
Okay.
Nagbabayad.
And would you have any idea how much would that be?
Usually, sir, yung minimum guaranteed fee that PAGCOR is requiring, which is the 150,000. And then I think the reason why they are having some issues is later on when the new administration came in, they started charging additional 50,000 administrative fees. So these were the accumulation of things I think that they were addressing. And if I'm not mistaken, Your Honors, even while they were talking with PAGCOR at that time, they were already settling a portion of that arrears. And then later on, they were able to fully pay all those arrears. So, Your Honors, if I was used as an excuse at that time, I really don't know. I really don't understand. Because later on, Your Honors, just to prove a point, later on, by September and October of that year, 2023, when they were already submitting their application for renewal, they even sent to me their documents for review if it's already okay for them to submit it already. So if I did something wrong to them, Your Honors, ahead of time, ahead of that moment, I don't think they will still come back to me and ask me to check on their document.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cunanan. I'd like to ask, Mr. Chair, former PAGCOR Chair Andrea Domingo. Ma'am, alam ko, pagod na kayo kakasagot.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. This is very short. Tanong ko lang ho. Kasi earlier, yung opening statement ng CEO ng CESA boldly stated that PAGCOR violated its own charter. Do you agree?
I cannot agree, Your Honor.
I knew that you were going to answer that. Do you have that answer, Madam? So, dito ho kasi, ang premise po nila is that you were issuing licenses to an offshore gaming operations. Tama po ba?
Opo.
Now, because you are issuing offshore gaming license or license to offshore gaming operations, that is already beyond the charter of PAGCOR. Is that correct?
Hindi po. Pwede ko pong i-explain. Nagsimula po ito nung i-amend yung PD 18 dalirang matandaan. Yung PD 1869 na sinayna ni former President Marcos noong 1978. During the amendment po from 2004 to 2007, nagkaroon po ng interpellation na ang record po ito ay nasa December 4, December 16, 2004 records ng Congress. Nagtanong po doon si Representative Jaworski dun sa sponsor na si Representative Mig Zubiri kung ang online gaming ay kasama sa isasakupan ng PAGCOR. Ang sabi po ni Representative Zubiri, oo. Tapos po, nag-introduce po ng amendment si Congressman Jaworski na ikasama sa exclusion portion nung batas na yon ng RA na natawag na ngayon na RA 9487. Pero po, nung pong natapos na po yung RA 9487 ay hindi po isinama sa exclusion. Dito po, nuto pong pinakahuli pong ruling ng Supreme Court noong April 2023 nang may naghabla sa PAGCOR yung Velasquez versus PAGCOR. Ito po, Evangelista, I'm sorry po. Ito po yung, tensya na po kayo kasi hindi ko memorize lahat eh. Ito po yung, kasi sabi po nitong si Evangelista na walang authority ang PAGCOR to operate. Pero po ang sabi nung pong yung relevant section po nung ruling nung Evangelista versus PAGCOR DR 2282 issued in April 2023, ang sabi po, the Supreme Court recognized that the RR Pogo is a quasi-legislative function of the PAGCOR pursuant to Section 8 of PD 1869, which gives it authority to promulgate rules and regulations relevant to the registration of persons engaged in gambling. To wit, ito pong sabi, kung Section 8 po ay registration, all persons primarily engaged in gambling, together with their allied business with contract or franchise from the corporation, the registry shall register and affiliate their businesses with the corporation. The corporation shall issue the corresponding certificates of affiliation upon compliance by the registering entity with the promulgated rules and regulations. Hindi po ako abogado, kaya po kung tanong ko sa mga kasamahan ko na sa PAGCOR na wala na rin sila ngayon, ang sabi na po, notably, this is a recognition on the part of the Supreme Court that the authority of PAGCOR to regulate gambling operations extend to online or offshore gaming activity. Yan po yung latest
Was that
ruling.
explicitly stated in that ruling?
Yung pong notably, hindi po. Yung pong first two paragraphs.
So, ang sinasabi po natin, ito ay napapaloob sa isang presidential decree.
Yung pong opo, ang pinanggalingan po nito kasi siyempre po nung 1978, wala pa po kasing masyadong internet, di po ba?
Wala pa rin pong Pogo.
Wala pa rin pong casino noon. Wala pa pong regulation noon eh. Kasi nag-regulate lang po sa pagbabasa ko po sa history, nag-regulate lang po si President Ferdinand Marcos before dahilan sa nag-proliferate ang mga casinos and they thought instead of putting them down, I guess it was a very difficult task. They actually legalized it by creating PAGCOR to regulate the gaming industry. Kaya po yun yung offshoot. Kung pong nandun po sa records na sinabi mismo ng sponsor ng bill na kasama ang online gaming. Yung pong proponent ng amendment na hindi isama yon, isama sa exclusion, ilagay po niya yon, meron po sa record. Kaya lang, hindi po isinama doon sa after. Kung matapos na po yung RA, wala po sa exclusion.
So, dahil wala po sa RA, ibig sabihin po, hindi ho allowed.
Meron po hindi po kasama sa exclusion. Hindi po in-exclude as per the amendment
Sige po,
of the
ma'am.
Congressman.
Chairman, can I interject with regards to that? Actually,
Okay,
Chairman,
yes.
Ganito lang po, ito ngayon dalawang jurisprudence, you're citing dalawang jurisprudence. The one is the latest, kamo, but I have to check it. But with regards to the 2004 Jewelry versus PAGCOR, in which the ruling of the Supreme Court favors PAGCOR, it's all about, ma'am, it's not all about, we are talking about POGO now, offshore gaming. It's all about internet gaming.
2004
Kaya
Jaworski.
nga. So, dali po. Let me clarify lang. So, you cannot invoke such jurisprudence with regards to this case because we are talking now about POGO. In that case, that was 2004, walang POGO. Ang issue doon is internet gaming. And it's very clear. Kasi it was also cited by PAGCOR during the second hearing. And I refuted it. That was all about internet gaming. It's not all about POGO. Now, ako hindi pa ako conclusive. I will not also argue now with regards to Evangelista. I have to check it. Yung exact ruling. But, ang sinasabi ko lang, yung 2004 ruling is not all about offshore gaming. It's all about internet gaming in which, sabi ko nga, Jaworski versus PAGCOR, Supreme Court favors the position of PAGCOR. Yun lang po, just for the record. Now, question Evangelista, may GR number ka na siya, sinite, that was 2023, okay? I have to check it. I have to check it. Kasi malabo yung 2004, ma'am eh. Because that time, there is no such offshore gaming. Kaya hindi mo pwedeng i-invoke yung jurisprudence na yun. As I've said, and again, I reiterate, I've checked it, na hindi siya applicable in this committee investigation. But, Chairman, check ko muna yung question ng Evangelista.
Thank you for that,
Chairman.
Congressman Paduano. Sige, you can proceed.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano, for putting words into my mouth. I was about to say that, but thank you anyway. Ma'am Domingo, I am also of the opinion na hindi po sakop ng binabanggit yung jurisprudence yung operations ng online offshore gaming kasi po ang charter ng PAGCOR ay napapaloob lamang territorial po within the territory of the Philippines. But there could probably be some exemptions to that which I am not really aware and familiar of. However, ma'am, yung binanggit kasi kanina ni former Senate President Enrile, sinabi niya na hindi pwedeng mangyaring ganoon because nga po, territorial nga po ang charter ng PAGCOR. Even the authors and the intent of the law creating the charter of PAGCOR was likewise a territorial ang coverage po niya ay within the Philippine territory. Hindi po pwede lumabas. So, iwanan po natin muna yon. I'd like to ask some details about paano ho ba yung I heard earlier na sinasabi po na it was during your watch na marami pong POGO license na ipinalabas ang PAGCOR. Totoo po ba yan?
Nakamarami pong na-approve na POGO licenses during our time are 63. At any given point of time, lalo na nung height niya, nung 2018 at 2019, 50 lang po talaga ang nagpa-function.
59.
Opo. Noon pong matapos ang pandemic, nung malis ako sa pwesto, 34 po ang nag-ooperate at may 130 na service provider.
So let me just be clear. Yung iba ho yung service provider because they do not accept bets. Tama po
Opo.
ba? At iba naman ho yung POGO licensees kasi sila naman yung nag-operate ng gaming.
Opo.
Okay. Dito sa inyong pagkakaalam o sa inyong panunungkulan bilang chairman ng PAGCOR, sino ho yung pinakamalaking POGO operator sa Pilipinas?
Pasensya na po kayo at hindi ko na po alam yung
During your
mga
time
ganyang
po, ma'am.
Hindi ko po alam yung mga ganyang detalye. Kaya
So you don't know?
Kung pwede pong i-ask ang PAGCOR kung sino po yung mga operational during those time at kung sino po ang mga may nagmamayari.
Sige po, ma'am. I-educate nyo na lang po kami o ako. Ano ho yung parameters para malaman nating maliit, medium size, at malaking operation ng isang pogo? Ano po ang parameters niyan?
I think one of the parameters would be revenue stream.
Okay, that's good. At least we know that based on your experience, it is the revenue stream which is the basis of the the corporations in paying their taxes, correct?
Opo.
Oh, so-
At saka rin po, bago po sila ma-issuehan ng, iba po kasi yung license certificate doon sa notice to commence operation. Doon po sa bago po ma-issue yung notice to commence operation, nagsasubmit din po sila nung particular na paraphernalia, particular na gaming equipment at yung mga spaces na kailangan nila para doon. So, pwede rin po parameter yon per square meter and the amount of equipment that they have and the amount of manpower that they have.
Ma'am, ilang years po kayo sa PAGCOR, ma'am? 6 years, no? In that 6 years, you don't recall even a single company that have paid X amount of fees to PAGCOR? Just yung basis lang doon sa fees, ma'am.
Hindi ko na po marirecall yung specific payment kasi po,
Wala bang company name that probably, kumbaga sa kanta, LSS, yung lagi mo naalala, last song syndrome, wala bang ganon?
I'm sorry po kasi tulad po ng sinabi ko kanina, ang PAGCOR po ay ang POGO po, maliit po na portion lang ng operation. Pero po kung tatanungin niyo ako sa mga integrated resort casinos, malalaman ko po yon. Pero kung tatanungin din po niyo ako kung sa 900 na e-bingo o e-games na inire-regulate, hindi ko rin po alam ang mga pangalan nila.
Did you also have an experience like what the present administration of PAGCOR had? Na meron pong naglalabi, meron pong hindi nagbayad ng regulatory fees?
Pag hindi po nagbayad ng regulatory fees, sinisingil at tapos po idinideduct doon sa kanilang cash bond na 100 million pesos po yata nung time namin.
Meron pong nangyaring ganyan?
Meron pong nangyayaring ganyan.
May we know anong company po yan, ma'am?
Nandun po sa audit report, hindi ko na
So
po...
you don't recall?
Hindi
You don't
na po
remember?
Opo.
I understand. Kasi medyo may katagalan.
At saka
I'm just asking these questions, ma'am. Just like Senator Enrile, who's got sobrang photographic yung kanyang memory. Baka ganun din po kayo, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So, another question, ma'am. So, doon ho ba sa licensing, pagka kayo po, ang PAGCOR po ay nakapag-issue na ng license sa isang POGO, meron pa ho ba kayong monitoring na ginagawa?
Yun po ang papaliwanag ko kung pwede po.
Yes, ma'am, please.
2-stage po ang para ma-complete yung process ng pag-issue ng tamang dokumento para makapag-operate ang POGO. Yung first stage po, na nag-i-issue po ng license certificate, ito po ay nangangailangan ng submission of documents like corporate documents, letter of no objection from the LGU, BIR registration, and proof of payment of all fees. Pag po maayos na to, ini-issue po yung license certificate, pero hindi pa po nai-issue yung notice to commence operations. Kaya po nag-i-issue based on documents yung license to operate kasi po hindi sila makakakuha ng mayor's permit, hindi po sila makakapamili ng equipment at gaming equipment and paraphernalia, at kadalasan po ayaw ng landlord nila na pwedeng galawin yung kanilang space na nire-rent at i-adjust sa kanilang kailangan kung wala pong license. So po, pag nag-meet na po nila ito at magkakaroon na po ng probity check at actual physical inspection mula po sa PAGCOR, at saka pa lamang po mabibigay yung notice to commence operations. Yung pong from the license to the notice to commence operations, nung during normal times na wala pong pandemic, 6 months po ang binibigay ng PAGCOR dyan na hindi pa po sila nagbabayad ng kahit anong penalty or administrative fees. Kasi po, na 6 months, kaya na po nilang import at i-retrofit at makakuha ng iba pang permits na kailangan. Kaya naman po nagcha-charge after 6 months during normal times kasi po, pag nag-project po kami ng revenues, yung mga na-approve na ng mga POGOs, kailangan po makakuha na rin ng revenues doon dahil kung hindi, magfo-fall short po yung aming mga projections which is required by other government agencies. At saka po, ayaw po sana, yun po, iniiwasan na kukuha lang ng lisensya na parang provisional license lang tapos ipasa sa iba at iba na lang ang sasalo. Hindi ko po sinasabi pinagbibili pero ayaw po sana namin mangyari nun. During the pandemic po, na-extend po yan ng hanggang 2022 kasi nga po, nagsara naman lahat ng karamihan ng deal nila kunwari sa mga permits, mga purchases and all of that. Kaya po, nagkakaroon na ng income ang PAGCOR sa regulatory fees at admin fees na $150,000 per month kahit wala pong operations.
Sige po, ma'am. Thank you po dyan sa information na yan. We already got the substantial information regarding that. Pero natanong ko kasi, the reason why I asked that, are we monitoring after a license is issued?
Yes po, kaya meron po kaming CMED.
Okay. Kasi nga ho, seems that from
Sir,
the...
ano po, after the notice to commence operations po.
Okay. Kaya ho, kasi natanong ko ito, mukhang walang nakamonitor na mayroon pong mga POGO na nagiging scam hubs. May mga POGO licensees na nagbibenta, nagkakaroon ng sublay as shared by the present PAGCOR administration. Kasi saan nang galing yung sinabi na ni Chairman Altenco na merong 402 POGO operators, both legal and illegal. Is that correct, Attorney?
Those are, sir, the illegal na po.
O yung illegal, saan nang galing po yun, di ba?
Ang pagkakaalam ko po, ang PAGCOR may jurisdiction sa legal. Yun pong illegal ay talaga pong trabaho na po ng law enforcement yun.
So, yun nga po, ma'am, no? Na-issue nyo yung license. Kunyari, sa isang POGO company, no? Na-issue. Then, you monitored. Sabi nyo nga, kailangan yung license to commence. That's the correct term,
Commence
no?
operations.
Notice to commence operations. Pagkatapos nun, namomonitor nyo pa.
Namomonitor po, yun nga po ang trabaho ng CMED, yung
Okay.
Compliance Monitoring and Enforcement Department.
Okay. So, very active po siguro itong department na ito.
Dapat po.
Napakarami yung krimen na nag-uugat mula sa isang POGO operation, hindi po nakita ng CMED yun.
Ito pong mga na-raid na, ito pong tulad po nitong Lucky 99, yan po ay illegal po yan. Kasi nga po, kahit po sa record ng PAGCOR, hanggang ngayon po, wala naman pong operations yun eh. Kaya yung nakukubra doon ay mga regulatory fees. Yung pong isa, hindi ko na po alam kasi itong isang nahuli, yung Swan yung, the new one, kasi hindi na po nangyari sa aking term. Last day of reporting ko po, June 30, 2022.
Okay, sige po. Salamat po, ma'am. If I may ask, do I still have time, Mr. Chair?
You have all the time in the world, my friend.
Thank you. Salamat. Yusek Cruz,
Yes, sir.
yung bang raid nyo sa POGO ay meron kayong search warrant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pwede po bang malaman anong korte ang nag-issue ng warrant?
Meron pong Bulacan, then meron kaming Angeles, and then meron pong Pampanga.
Okay. Bakit po sa Bulacan kayo kumuha?
Minsan po, sir, yung familiar po kami dun sa judge and medyo may konting doubt lang kami minsan kasi, sir. But not really yung talaga nagdududa kami dun sa local. But pag may ganong pakiramdam kami, sir, we try to look for another court, sir, just to make sure na hindi maglilik yung information.
Are you not aware, Yusek, na there could be a bigger question kapag kumuha kayo sa ibang jurisdiction na hindi sakop ng jurisdiction?
It's a normal practice even during our time, sir, nung nasa serbisyo pa po ako.
Okay.
Na we get search warrant from other courts.
So sabi mo kanina, Yusek, kasi nagdududa, no? May pagdududa minsan dun sa maring mag-issue ng warrant. No? May experience ka bang ganun? Ang PAOK ba nagkaroon ng ganyang experience?
If we talk of the experiences we got, sir, dito lang sa stay ko, sir, sa PAOK. There were instances, we're even with the PAGCOR group, sir, may ni-raid kami, and then sinalubong na kaagad kami ng 4 na abogado, And then in Porac, sir, we applied for a search warrant, and then the warrant was recalled, and then the next day it was denied. So we need to apply we need to go to another court. Ayun nga, sir, sa ibang court para makapag-apply kami uli, sir. So imagine, sir, nag-apply ka sa isang court, and then the same court who gave you the search warrant, siya na rin, sir, yung nag-deny ng warrant niya, sir. So,
Anong court yan na, Gilbert? Yusek Gilbert, anong court?
Yes, sir. That's Malolos, RTC.
Sino judge?
Rama. I think it's Judge Rama, sir.
Judge?
Rama.
Rama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Congressman Barbers.
Thank you. So, because of your experience, you thought it wise to secure a warrant from another jurisdiction. Tama po ba yung aking assessment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in spite of the fact that you know na merong maring i-question dyan.
Yes, sir. Kasi during that time, it's a matter of life and death, Your Honor. Every time we do raids, it is because someone is being tortured or someone is being held against their will. And in this case, sir, when we applied for a warrant dito, sir, sa Banban, sa Porac, sir, yung Vietnamese national, he was, tumakas po siya, sir. And while getting out of the Pogo Hub, binibidyo niya yung sarili niya, sir. And it was a live stream in Vietnam. So our attention was called by the Vietnamese embassy na sinasabi na meron silang nationality, Vietnamese nationality na a victim of torture, and now tumakas siya dun sa isang bahay. So pinuntahan po namin, and then after learning that, sir, we applied for a search warrant using yung mga ganong lahat, sir, ng incident po namin laging may victim. It's not we just want to apply for a warrant dahil gusto naming raidin, sir, yung isang pogo. It is because there is a person being tortured or a victim of kidnapping, sir. Ongoing, sir.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Yusek. And last question, Mr. Chair. I'd like to direct this question to PAGCOR. Based on your records, attorney, sino ho ang pinakamalaking pogo operator sa Pilipinas sa ngayon? Yung legal muna. Yung legal muna. Kasi I'm sure you might probably withhold the information on the illegal, but just the same, who is the biggest pogo operator sa Pilipinas ngayon?
Siguro, sir, with regard to space po, company po, pangalan New Oriental Club.
New Oriental. With regards to the space, that's one parameter, correct?
Yes, sir.
What about in terms of revenues?
Ngayon po kasi halos pare-pareho lang po sila na less than 100 to 150,000 US dollars. Siguro, sir, sa ano na lang, sa table games, Infovine po. Malaki po yung table
Infovine.
game.
And I believe, Mr. Chair, that in the last hearing, we asked PAGCOR to submit to us copies of documents of these pogo legal pogo operators, all pertinent information about their corporations, correct? So it's all there. So That's all for now, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Congressman Barbers. Ay, finally, my turn. So wala na pong magtatanong. Well, konti lang naman po to dahil alas 6 na po. At basically, before I proceed, the chair would like to acknowledge our former colleague. Siya po ang presidente ng mga liga ng mga mayors ng munisipyo sa buong Pilipinas. JB, you wanted to say something or... Sige. Praso lang. Bro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And to all the honorable members of this committee. Magandang hapon po. We were called upon, we were invited during the last hearing, but due to earlier commitments, I wasn't able to attend. And this time po, hindi po kasi ako naka-attend na maaga. Hindi rin po ako makaalis sa farm. Just like Mayor Batawil. But anyway, hinabol ko po yung hearing ng committee ito. Maraming salamat po. The League of Municipalities of the Philippines, of which some members are involved in this investigation. We are very much willing po to help in the investigation in whatever way. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congressman JB Bernos. And we expect result on the closure of all those 402. Actually, yung sa municipalities, baka mas mababa doon eh. Kasi hati na yun eh. 402 illegal POGOs, cities and municipalities. So, basically, the committee would like to have a positive result on the closure. And sana makakita natin, mabidyohan para at least we can present to the people, especially the speaker was asking result on this investigation. Thank you so much, Mayor JB Bernos. Siguro i-present ko na before I present my matrix, Dennis, kunanan, last uli na uli ha.
Yes, sir.
So hindi ka talaga binigyan ng $500,000 ha. Hindi kasi ako makaget over eh. Kasi may nagsabi talaga sa akin na tinanggap mo at may ebidensya siya eh. So, ang sinungaling dito si Cassandra Leong.
Sir, yung nga sir, kung meron akong ganun sir na problema nga, bakit po nung September at October na nagre-renew sila ng license, he kept on coming back to
So,
me
in other words,
for
ang may
assistance?
nagsisinungaling, kasi si Cassandra nagsabi na sa iyo binigay yung $500,000.
Yes, sir, wala akong...
So, sinungaling si Cassandra Leong.
Wala sir.
Sinungaling nga siya.
Yes sir, wala po akong...
Sinungaling si Cassandra Leong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright. So, I'll be presenting my... ito pong i-present po natin is basically based on the investigation that transpired noong pa pong nakaraang taon. Because... One-minute suspension. For the meantime, PSA, andyan pa ba PSA? Nakaalis na ang PSA. Because sila na lang po yung mga inibitahan natin na hindi natin natanong. But basically, my question sa PSA, they have already implemented a stricter process for delayed registration of birth in compliance to the request of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Basically, pinatibay na po nila yung mga requirements dahil nga they issued for the relaxation of the process for the delayed registration. Now, naging much stricter. And I hope that the different agencies will follow suit para ma-address po natin to yung ganitong klase ng problema that our country is encountering right now. Okay? Resume. You want to say something?
Yes,
Congressman
Chairman.
Paduano?
Since may technical problem pa with regards to yung presentation mo. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, since the name of Angao, Aka Chadotsya, and Sarah Sui, and siya ba yung Norman?
Makapagal, sir.
Ano nga siya, attorney?
Empleyado lang po doon. Yung attorney po yung Medina.
Empleyado doon.
Yes.
Ito mo, sabi niya kanina, walang empleyadong Pilipino, pero may... Anyway, Norman Macapagal. Do you know the address of Norman Macapagal?
Unfortunately, no, Your Honor.
Are you sure he's a Filipino? Okay. Then, doon na muna tayo. At saka yung certain... Yung attorney Medina. You mentioned about Attorney Medina. Ako nag-mention pero you confirm.
Yes, Your Honor. Yung
Anong
po
first name nun?
Hindi ko lang po kabisado rin.
Anong law office nun?
Doon po sa area po.
Sa?
Angeles wata siya o Porac. Office niya. Law office.
Hindi mo alam anong law office?
Hindi, sir.
Hindi mo rin alam kung anong first name?
Hindi kasi kami, sir, nagtatransact talaga ni Medina. Meron tao din siya na kung may
Hindi,
kailangan
pero
sila.
paano mo nakilala yun?
Hindi kami, sir, nagkakilala personally. Pero yun sinasabi nila ng abogado nila, Atty. Medina. Basta may concern sila, sir. Atty. Medina sinasabi.
Hindi mo nakausap?
Hindi, sir.
Kasi... Oo, why you mentioned Atty. Medina kung hindi mo nakausap? Nakausap mo.
Sir,
Nako.
sila ho nagsasabi sa akin, ang abogado nila, Atty. Medina.
Okay,
Chairman, Chairman.
sige.
Ito.
Suspend lang natin for the meantime para may
Hindi,
pasok
pero
na.
those mentioned names, Mr. Chairman, invite na natin. Chairman, can we direct the Sergeant at Arms to coordinate with CIDG and local police in Purak, no?
Okay.
To serve this the invitation for all these persons
Yes, that you have mentioned a while
that
ago.
was mentioned, no?
Okay.
And tapos, lasang. Tinanong ka kanina with regards to executive session. Sumagot ko in affirmative that you want. Now, sinabi ko rin sa'yo, pagbigayan ng committee, but of course, that will be the decision of the committee. Pag binigayan sa'yo, we mean business with executive session. And you need to be, you have to tell all the truth. Now, question of national security, ang pagkaintindi ko, hindi mo ma-divulge lahat dahil may problema. Now, sabi ko nga ganyan, I would like to read. May epekto sa national security. Now again, I will ask you, may maibigay ka ba o maghintay ka na may contempt ka? Kasi next hearing, isang tanong ka lang, contempt ka na, sir. Pasensyahan na po tayo.
Your Honor, I've been disclosing and I've been answering based on...
No, you're not disclosing. Ang dami kong tinanong sa iyo. Kanina, sinong kilala mo? Kung hindi ko isa-isahin. at that it ends with Attorney Medina. Kung mayroon pa. Kanina tinanong kita kung nakausap mo si Medina, you talk to him. Sabi mo wala. It was just mentioned. Di nagsisinungaling ka ulit. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, yun lang muna. Next hearing, tingnan natin po kung si Mr. Dennis Cunanan will cooperate. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, anong nangyari? Can we present the matrix? Why? You do it or not? Cannot? Why? Hina naman ninyo. Ito na, wag ito na pe-present ko, ganyan na lang. Sige, another minute of suspension. Sinasabutayan ako ng ating mga technical people.
Ako ulit.
No, wait, suspended tayo. Let the people go to the comfort room muna dahil hanggang alas 8 tayo. Yung ating presentation natin hanggang alas 8, mahaba ito eh. The chair would like to recognize the presence of our Secretary General, Reggie Velasco. Sir, welcome to the hearing of Committee on Public Order and Games and Amusement.